Machine learning and artificial intelligence are two very important things in modern society and have an impact on many different fields. A key example of how machine learning is integrated into our modern lives is the use of digital assistants such as Siri and robots such as the Vector robot. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. How does all of this work? Machine learning is defined as the scientific study of algorithms and statistical models that computer systems use to effectively perform a specific task without using explicit instructions, relying on patterns and inference instead. Most people can see this in action by simply swiping down from the middle of the screen on an iPhone running iOS 12 or later. This shows the device inferring what the user wants. To track the user's actions and to match what the user wants to do with the time and location, the device creates option paths called decision trees. First, it tracks how the user uses their device by logging when they use certain applications. When it does this, it also logs what the user is using those certain applications to do. For example, if every morning someone wakes up and checks the weather in their city, the device will begin to show a shortcut to the weather app every morning at the time that they wake up. Essentially, the software is looking for patterns in activity. The usage tracking that the device does is not limited to time either. If enabled, it may use other pattern tracking variables such as the location to predict what the user wants to do. For example, if the user always listens to the same playlist every day when they get home, the device will automatically preload that playlist when it detects that the user is near the point where they normally listen to the playlist. A decision tree is a tree of options, with each option having multiple other options that are based on the outcome of the first. For a human, let's say the decision tree would look like this. Question 1. Have I eaten today? If the answer is yes, then the second question might be, am I hungry for more food now? If the answer is no, however, then the next question would most likely be, what should I eat? With there being multiple answers based upon what's available to eat. This would essentially be a multiple choice question here, but no answer is right or wrong since all would have the same outcome of giving the person energy. For a machine, a decision tree might look like this. Question 1. What does the user do at time X, with time X being the current time? Then, once an answer to the first question has been found in the usage logs, the second logical question would be, where does the user do this at this time? The device would then check the location logs that are tied to the application. If the time and location logs match for a certain application, then the computer would suggest the action/application to the user. The computer will repeat these processes however many times it needs to suggest the best course of action for the user. Where machine learning and artificial intelligence differ, however, is the fact that machine learning uses decision trees that have been set up by human programmers, while artificial intelligence creates its own questions and answers based upon the variables that are presented by the software running the GPS, time, and other input methods such as cameras, microphones, depth sensors, and more. These are essential in allowing robots to seem more lifelike, and it allows them to learn along the way. An artificial intelligence starts out as a few sequences of decision trees that are written by a human programmer, and then the computer is given the task that it must complete using these trees. The computer, however, can add to these trees. A home robot that demonstrates these capabilities is the Vector robot, which was designed to behave as if it were alive. It uses these methods to take its surroundings, and then places these now known variables into an ever-growing decision tree. Overall, machine learning and artificial intelligence are beginning to have a profound effect on the average person's daily life, and it is important to understand how they work in the face of an ever-evolving computerized future.